So they can continue lying over their polls about the popular royals, whoever has the 75% or 50%. And, at the end of the day, the real polls are the people on the ground, not those bots who vote, not those made up bots, right? So right now, people, the internet is making fun of Charles because he was somewhere at let me get the name, Trafalgar Square, and no one was interested. Like, compared to back then when the royals used to step outside, especially the late Queen, Princess Diana, the crowds will be everywhere wherever they are, and they will be waving and shouting and just happy, cheering them on. But to show you that the monarchy is crumbling and people are just so sick and tired, there's no interest whatsoever, have a look at this clip. When you watch certain clips, you understand why they are so scared of Harry and Meghan going back to the UK. That's why they don't want Harry and Meghan back in the UK. Because this is so embarrassing. You have a whole king who was somewhere with this motorcade, and you want to tell me people are not even stopping to cheer and to scream? And even the tiny people, like the small amount of people who are there, they did not even bother. They did not care. And I'm guessing maybe those are tourists. They did not even care. Like they're like, oh no, I'm minding their business. Mind you, you have a whole king making way. And someone joked they probably made like 4 or 5 laps to get attention or people's attention, but no one cared. And a lot of people pointed out, because this video has so many views, a lot of people pointed out, if this was the late Queen, Princess Diana, or even Harry. Remember when Harry was in the UK, every time Harry is in the UK, the crowds are there. Mind you, the media claims that Harry is hated, but everyone is there to just see to see Harry. He's going to be going back this week, this month, to the UK. And I'm telling you, a lot of people will be there. The time will be crazy. And the media will keep talking about it. Like, they will plaster his face everywhere. Because Harry is in the UK. They get so happy when Harry is in the UK. But you can see a whole king, no one cares. But then again, they will try to brainwash the public into believing that Harry and Meghan are irrelevant. Into, oh, Charles is popular, William is popular. But you don't see any crowds, you don't see anyone cheering for them. And this just shows you that the interest in the monarchy died way back. It died with the late Queen. That is what it is. Because if it was that late Queen, many people have pointed out that the crowds will be crazy. There will be people there just cheering. And you even have, it's so funny, every time they have this barricade, they have the barricades going on, and still people are not there. Last time they even brought kids. They were so embarrassed that no one was there. They had to get kids from school to come. They had to get kids from school to come and pretend like they're cheering, that they're there to see the king. When you see this is why when you see this happening, you understand why they're so scared of Harry coming back. And right now there's also articles running right now, like this one in particular, where they're saying that William is the one blocking Charles from reconciling with Harry. That William is the one blocking Charles from reconciling with Harry. One thing with William, he knows that the minute Harry and Meghan get back, set free, like they go back to working, it's game over for him and Kate. Mind you, he's the future king, so he knows that he's not gonna let that happen. You want to tell me my brother and his wife are going to be more popular than me, the future king of England? Oh hell no, I don't want them back, and I'm going to do everything within my power to make sure that does not happen. So there are a lot of people who are convinced that, of course, we know Carl Miller controls Charles. And so let me bring this into onto you guys. So I saw people say that Charles has so much power, right? He's the king. That he, like, having Harry as an ally is the biggest, like, that is huge for him. Harry is such a good ally. Like, if he were to pick between this Harry and the other one, Harry is like Harry is a win. People love Harry. He's the people's prince, right? But a lot of people believe that he cannot do that because of Camilla. Remember, Camilla has gone to extreme lengths to make sure that Harry and William are not close. And another thing, Harry reminds Camilla so much of the late Princess Diana. Harry reminds Camilla so much of the late Princess Diana, the good of Princess Diana. That woman cannot stand that. That woman hates that. She legit hates that. So of course people are saying there's no way she will let that happen. Another thing why people believe that Charles cannot do that is because Camilla wants William and Kate. You know why? Because it's easy to control William and Kate, and it's so damn hard. Actually, it's so impossible to control Harry and Meghan. They tried and they failed. So that's why Charles cannot pick. Camilla cannot let Charles pick Harry and Meghan. Mind you, this man can, but Camilla cannot let that happen because that means she cannot control Harry and Meghan. So it's easy for him to control William and Charles. Hence why she just lets go. She when William starts throwing tantrums, when William starts letting things out, she talks Charles into letting it go. But people are you should make Harry your ally. That is the biggest. If you want the monarchy to survive, you need to make things right with Harry. You need to apologize. You need to make things, give them back the security, apologize, the frogmore. There's so much you need to do to have Harry as an ally. But we know Camilla cannot let that happen. And of course, we also don't want them going back to that toxic institution. So I've seen there's so much discussion around that. I've seen so many people on Reddit talk about that it's easy to control William and Kate, and it's so hard to control Harry and Meghan. You cannot control Harry and Meghan. They've tried, they failed. So that's why Charles cannot pick Harry and Meghan, because that Camilla knows she has no control over those two. Now they're stuck with William. They're stuck with William, and it's always the war of the Windsors. So it's this one leaks something, this one leaks another one, this one fights, this one. Like I mentioned in other videos, William apparently right now he's on a work strike. He doesn't want to work, and I think right now he's even more pissed because Harry is going to be going back to the UK. So right now I think he's so anxious. He's just pissed because everyone will be talking about Harry, everyone, and that man is pissed. It's they're not going to be talking about me. So right now he's really pissed, and apparently he wants Harry to go beg him on his knees, to beg him and also agree to go back to working, to pick off his slack, to be his scapegoat, to take Harry's credit. Harry works, he gets the credit, he gets the good price. That's definitely what this man wants. So I've seen a lot of people say, stories leaking that the reason why he's not working, or he's been just going everywhere, he doesn't want to work, it's because he really wants Harry back, and he wants Harry to beg him to go down on his knees and beg and promise to go back to work. Keep dreaming, William. Keep dreaming. Keep dreaming, because that will never ever happen. So I felt like I needed you guys to understand a little bit of that. Yeah, of what's happening, the talk that is on social media. That's such a huge debate right now, whether who should Charles align with. We know who he should, but of course, is Camilla going to let that happen? Well, I'll let you be the judge and leave your thoughts in the comments. So here's some of the comments in regards to Charles not having any crowds. You have Republic says, Trafalgar Square is the heart of downtown tourist London. Not only have the tourists not come to see the king, but they are not interested when he comes to see them. Discord says, who in their right mind will be interested in a bad-tempered old parasite? Only the mentally ill live their lives vicariously through this dysfunctional, pointless family of freeloaders that the political establishment still taxes to richly reward time they were scrapped. Camilla says, nothing to see here, just Charles traveling through empty streets again. Even in a heavy tourist area, not even the tourists showed up. That's why UK media lies and downgrades with love Meghan. Everything Meghan Sussex does because they have a downgraded monarch and monarchy. Supporting says, don't even know why any of the leftovers need motorcades, as no one is interested in them, and they are in no danger because hardly anyone knows who they are. Panesia says they must have made like 3 rounds hoping to see some tourists. Phyllis says, you can tell that even the small number of people just happen to be there. No cheers or waves for the king. The city is paying for all the police along the route and workers to place the barricades and take them down again. They shouldn't bother and save the money. Billy says, oh dear Lord, no interest detected. Gone are the days when huge crowds would cheer their monarch whenever she or he would appear in public. Tia says, whoop, whoop. Imagine if it was either Diana, the Queen, or Harry and Meghan. You'd see a different outcome. Absolutely. Alex says, the UK royals are irrelevant. Nothing to see here, people. Kevin says, the adulation that follows Charles and his side piece is just overwhelming. Charlie says, in my opinion, it's because Tampon Charlie and his side piece, along with Willie and Katie, are spoiled bullies who chased Harry and Meghan out of the UK, and they can't stand how much Harry and Meghan are loved around the world. They threw away their greatest assets. Ava says the crowd barrier poll is a better measure of relevance and can't be manipulated as easily as the trash YouGov emotional support poll. Plus, the toxic British media baseless industrial hate campaign is becoming more useless and obvious by the day. Bim says this is why they don't want Harry there, so they deny protection. So, the royal family downgraded themselves. No help was needed. True. Rita says the taxpayers' millions spent on security alone could keep their peasants warm, safe and fed through the next cold winter months. After all, the British royal family are not a threat to anyone these days. So yeah, that's the story, my loves. Let me know what you think in the comments. Give this video a thumbs up. Remember to share and of course to hit that subscribe button. I'm Erald. Stay safe, take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.